So last week I showed a tool that helps pry up stubborn nails. And this week I thought it would be a good follow-up to show a product that helps prevent stripped screws. DAP sent me this stuff out a while ago. It's part of their tank bond line and it's called Liquid Grip. I'd seen products like this before but had never tried any. For the record, DAP is not my sponsor and they've given me nothing but the product. But I was curious if stuff like this strip preventer actually works. So I put it through its paces and tried it in a handful of scenarios, and I was pretty blown away by the results. So stick around as I test it out next on The Honest Carpenter Show. Strip preventers exist because of cam out damage, a thing I've talked about a lot on this show. Every DIYer knows it intimately. You're trying to either drive a screw in or back it out, but your drill bit slips out of the head of the fastener and makes a mess of the slots. Excessive spinning only makes it worse, and you're left with a metallic crater in the head. Now the fastener is basically stuck. This is really common when you're working with decorative screws or specialty screws. Sometimes they're on a piece of furniture or even a piece of equipment. These fasteners tend to be more brittle, and when you mess them up, you're really in trouble because finding a replacement isn't going to be easy. Not to mention that you still have a dead fastener in there. You want to avoid this somehow, and that's what strip preventers are for. They're sort of an emulsion of polyvinyl alcohol and a mineral filler. So basically like a metallic grit suspended in liquid. And they work by creating more friction and filling gaps between a fastener head and a driving bit. The ideal time to bring them into play is before you start messing with the fastener. Again, if a fastener is unique and has a very silver finish or perhaps bronze, there's a good chance it's a softer metal than construction screws. Rough treatment can deform these more easily. So whether you're about to drive it in or back it out, you want to make sure that your bit doesn't slip and make a mess of the head. Add strip preventer first to better your odds. For this particular product, you want to shake it or massage it to get the components mixed. Then you'll probably have to cut a nib on the tube to open it. You've got two options here. You can apply it to the driving bit you're using or directly to the fastener head itself. Either way, it's going to do its thing. I blob on just enough to cover the surface. It looks like a gray jelly, and I try to get the contact points fully coated. Then after that, just use the tool and the bit like normal. The moment you touch it to the fastener, you'll hear a soft crunching, like sand being rubbed together. This is the grit getting compressed. It's filling in all the little gaps between the bit and the fastener, like a packing agent. You still want to keep a firm grip with plenty of pressure as you start the removal. If you don't, that's what causes cam out. The turning pressure overwhelms the grip between the fastener and the bit slips out. So you're still better off using best practices. But what I found as I messed around with the product was that the bit still kept its grip even as I lessened my downward pressure drastically. The slip out of camming is strongly counteracted by the friction of the mineral grit, so you get super traction in the fastener head. I pushed the extremes of this by just driving or backspinning with only my fingertips, and the fastener connection still held. That was really crazy to me. It kind of breaks every rule of tool usage I've come to know. It's basically the same effect as putting sand on an icy surface so people can walk on it without slipping. Even when I tilted the tool at a crazy angle, almost 45 degrees, it still spun the fastener. I probably only had a single fin of the bit in the fastener head, but it still worked it like a mechanical gear. I messed with this on a lot of different screws and was just amazed at how well it worked. I even intentionally tried reaming out several fasteners, including Torx bits. In pretty much every case, the strip preventer was enough to maintain turning power. I never really tried anything like this product until now because I sort of stopped stripping fasteners a long time ago with a lot of practice. But now I'll probably always keep some because it just reduces the anxiety of messing with delicate fasteners and it makes turning them so easy. It's kind of like keeping WD-40 to loosen things. You don't always need it, but it's helpful when you do. Like I said though, you're better off applying before you cam out and strip a screw completely. So if you're a DIYer and your bit starts spinning in a fastener, stop immediately. Don't do any more damage to it. If you have a strip preventer like DAP's Liquid Grip, squeeze a drop into the fastener head and then proceed. I think you'll be as amazed as I was at how much it helps. When you're done, wipe it off your tools and maybe even douse them with a little water and soap. And unlike the dumb guy in this video, avoid getting it on your hands. What do you think? Do you use strip preventers? Got any more advice on them? Let me hear about it down in the comments. I'll link this product in the description and possibly some others if I can find them. I appreciate DAP sending me this one though, because it's great stuff. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to check back in for more videos coming up soon. And please consider subscribing and hit that little bell button to turn on notifications. That way you'll know the moment we post something. I'm Ethan James with The Honest Carpenter. I'll see you next time.